Billy Quarantillo, and the first question will go to Shaquille Majuri with MMA Mania. Your line is open.
Hey, Billy, congrats on the big win, my man.
Thank you. Hold on one second. It's a little quiet. I'm going to have to turn you up.
All right. Can you hear me a little bit better now? I can yell
I
for
can hear you now.
Okay. Congrats, first of all, on the big win. Geez, the way that dude comes out in the first second, it was go from the get-go. At what point did you start being able to, breathe, and how were you sort of handling all that chaos, especially in the first round?
Yeah, we knew he was going to be super explosive, especially in the first round. And, I could have done a better job weathering the storm, but I think it made it a little more exciting. He's very dangerous. He's got a lot of knockouts. And, when he was on top and I was moving around, I was just making sure he didn't land anything clean. Or catch me. So we knew he was going to come out and aggressive, but I've weathered the storm before, and I was lucky to come back and put the pace back on him too.
And excuse me, how comfortable were you going into that decision that you had it? Because first round probably for him, and then you really started turning the game there.
Yeah, it was a close fight. I haven't been in too many close decisions like that in a long time, so I didn't know, man. We've all obviously seen a lot of bad judges' decisions, so I'm just happy, man. A lot of the media people think I won the fight. I felt I won the fight. I definitely won the third round. I really feel like I won the second, too. I felt like I was closer to submitting him and beating him. So, it is what it is. I'm happy with the win, and, we're going to go home with the win. So, I'm happy.
And last question from me. Spike's last win was against one of your teammates, correct?
Yes, sir.
So how did it feel to get that one back and sort of avenge that loss for your partner?
It was good, man. Alon's a grown man. He didn't need me to get this win back for him. But we were in some positions, and I was landing some elbows that were close to, where he landed them on Alon, and I didn't feel bad at all because I knew what he did. So, it was good, man. Spike's a tough guy, and he was talking a lot of smack going into this fight. He told people it was going to be a massacre, and, maybe he'll learn from that, and I think we'll both become better from this fight.
For sure, man. Congratulations, and hope you get to rest following that crazy fight.
Thanks, man.
We'll go next to Jim Barcelone with Miami Herald. Your line is open.
Congrats, Billy. Awesome fight with you two tonight. It's interesting that he had said that. He said it's going to be a massacre. He's coming out. When you're going into a fight, do you listen to a lot of that as far as when it comes time to preparation? Or is that just a lot of talk too, and you do take it into account, you don't take it into account? He really did do what he was wanting to do. He came out really fast, really aggressive, wanted to take you out early, and you weathered the storm.
Yeah. I think sometimes, he kind of showed his hand. I think he was either a little overconfident, or I think he was saying things to motivate himself. If you look at both of our resumes, I think I have a lot more, big wins. I've beaten a lot of really good guys. And, it was kind of fun going back and forth. I was trolling him a little bit. He wore his little mask, and I called him a clown. And he was talking smack. And, it's a fight. I knew we were going to fight anyway, so why not? I think I'm just hoping the crowd, it sounds like everyone liked the fight. It was fun for me, man. It was, it was really fun. And, it is what it is.
Yeah, a lot of good reviews so far with that fight. And was it surprising, too, near that end of the first round, when he just sort of got up and started walking away, man? You just went right after him like a cobra. You just attacked, but just, I don't know, man. What happened?
He came out super aggressive early, and, like I just told the media, it's dead quiet in there, and there was no bell. There wasn't even the 10-second marker. I didn't hear the 10-second marker. The second he got up, he turned away, and the ref said, you got to keep fighting, you got to keep fighting. So I kept fighting, I'm not like, I don't want to be looked at like a dirty fighter, but the ref said keep fighting, and we kept fighting, so I don't know, man. That was a really strange move, and, I'm glad the fight didn't end that way because I didn't want to win that way, but at the same time, man, I'm going to take that chance if you give it to me.
And Billy, what was it like being in this historic card, the UFC return to Las Vegas, and so many, with all the testing going on, with no crowd like you said, and just everything that went with it, and being a part of this whole big event tonight?
Man, it was amazing. This was a dream come true to get to the UFC. I want to thank everyone in the UFC. They've done a great job all week. It's new to us. It was new to them. And everyone, I think, really did a really good job. Dana White's the man. He put this together. They gave me a good opportunity on the main card. And I did what I can, man. I tried to put on an exciting fight. I grew up watching ESPN and Sports Center, so this is a dream come true, man. I'm just soaking it all in. But at the end of the day, I know I got to get better, man. I will get better. I promise that.
And lastly, for me, how does this put Tampa on the map, Billy?
Yeah, you know, we're out here now, man. A lot of people talk about South Florida, Gracie Tampa South. We got a great gym. I got a bunch of young amateur fighters coming up. We've been doing our thing. You know, I'm the head coach of the amateur fight team, and I guarantee you I'm going to get some of these guys to the UFC, and, you know, we're going to take it to the next level. Billy Quarantillo, you're going to keep hearing that name, so I hope all you media guys get used to saying it.
And spelling it, too. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll take our final question from Rodney Edgar with Cage Side Press. Your line is open.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it, Billy. I was there for your Contender Series fight at the Apex. And, I've asked a lot of guys this tonight, guys and gals. A lot of Contender Series alumni on this card tonight. I wonder what was it like to come back to the Apex and be on the UFC roster this time and actually get to walk out with music.
Yeah, it was fun, man. These are my old stomping grounds. You know, I thought the fight was going to be in Jacksonville, and it would have been about a 3-hour drive from me. But, you know, when they said it was here and out in the Apex, it was exciting, man. I love Las Vegas. But like I said, I want my next fight to be a huge crowd. I want my whole family and my whole fan base to get that Billy Q chant going, get the Billy Q headbands. And I want to be on the main card again, man. I think I deserved it. Or I think I earned it. I'm hoping so. And, you know, 2-0 in the UFC now. I've won my last 7 fights. And we're just going to keep things rolling, baby.
Yeah, I remember now. I remember your Contender Series fight. You had a huge crowd. One of the bigger ones of the season. So, yeah, we talked about how Spike came out of the gate, just all of fury. It looked like there were quite a few shots to the back of your head, maybe even some 12-6 elbows. I know it's hard to tell when you're in there, especially when it first pops off. But what do you think? How's the back of your head feel? Did you get?
Yeah, I got a huge bruise in the head. I have a huge bruise in the back of my head. And if you watch the Alon Cruz fight, that's how he finished it. So, you know, I felt like going into this fight, Spike was, you know, he was super friendly to me. And then he kept telling everyone it was going to be a massacre. So, you know, right away he started elbowing me in the back of the head. I'm like, I can't go out like this. So I was just going to keep fighting until the final bell. And there was a few times he was in my guard. I was elbowing him right in the top of the head. And I didn't feel bad about it at all. You know, my elbow's all busted up. And, you know, it was a dogfight, man. I live for these type of fights. And I'm so happy that, you know, everyone backstage was, like, high-fiving me. And even people that, like security guards and stuff were, like, telling me it was a great fight. So I love this stuff, man. I really appreciate everyone, you know, just supporting me. And I love being here.
Yeah, we touched on it a little bit, but I have to ask. The end of the first round was, like, one of the craziest things I've ever seen happen. What the heck do you think? Do you think he was being cocky, or do you think he just didn't know what was going on? What was going through your head?
I think he was being cocky. You know, I think he's done it in other fights where he turns his back and throws, like, big spinning back fists. We're getting ready for that, but if I hear one person tell me I'm a dirty fighter, I'll lose it, because it was him doing a weird-ass thing. Like, I wasn't trying to be dirty. The ref, he stood up, and the ref goes, keep fighting, keep fighting. He had plenty of opportunity to stay in there. He could have stayed on top, and, you know, defend yourself at all times, man. You know, he shouldn't have done that. Maybe, you know, if he would have turned his back and landed a spinning back fist and knocked me out, you know, people, you know, wouldn't even have thought twice about it. So it's a fight, man, and there was no crowd noise, so there's really no reason for him to do that. You know, whatever.
Yeah, well, I can tell you this. I don't think there are very many people who are going to feel like you did anything dirty, because the consensus on social media is largely in your favor. People were very confused about what he did, and they I even saw Aljamain Sterling tweet. He was like, you know, the ref is wrong. The ref should have not even, you know, told Spike, because he kind of went over there and said, hey, you got to fight.
Yeah.
You know, he knows that, though. The ref shouldn't have to tell him. Does that make sense? When you're
shout out to Aljamain, man. He works with, you know, all those Long Island guys, Ray Longo, that whole crew. I've been able to cross-train with those guys. Really, really good group of guys. And, yeah, spot on, man. Aljamain's the man. He understands the rules. It's defend yourself at all times. You'll never see me doing something like that. From bell to bell, I'm looking at my opponent. I'm not turning my back unless I'm throwing some spinning stuff. So, I don't feel bad about it, especially since his last fight, he landed some elbows to the back of the head. You know, all is fair in this game, and, I got the win, so it's on to the next one.
Yeah, speaking of the Long Island boys, Matt Frivola was the one who turned me on to you in the first place when you fought here before. Did he come with you this time? Was he on your in your corner?
Yeah. Matt Frivola, for those who don't know, me and Matt Frivola moved down to Tampa Bay in 2010, the same exact week. And this was in 2010. I was 0-1 as an amateur fighter, and he was 0-0. So we became good friends right away. We lived together for a couple of years, and we've been grinding ever since. You know, we both got in the UFC. He was in my corner. He's been in Tampa for the last 3 weeks. We've been grinding together, and I'll most likely either be in his corner or I'm going to fly out for his Vegas fight, and he's going to get the win, and we're just going to keep things going all the way to the top.
Did he get word that Roosevelt Roberts called him out on live television right after? Did you?
Yeah, we were backstage. We think it's hilarious, man. Roosevelt, it's the second time he called him out. It's funny, man. We want Roosevelt to get his name a little bigger. He got a big win tonight. I'm pretty sure, you know, I know Matt's going to get that win in a few weeks. And I'm happy for him. You know, they're going to hype that fight up a little bit, and he's going to get, you know, Roosevelt better be careful. Be careful what you wish for, man, because Matt's a tough dude.
You're the man, Billy. Thank you.
All right, guys, take care. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks, Billy. You are good to go.
All right, take care, guys.